In this place, if you've got the guts, you can become a multi-millionaire in just a few minutes. At this moment, a brave man quickly loaded a bullet and then shot himself in the head. Unfortunately, the courageous man passed away just like that. However, faced with the temptation of money, another fearless man came forward, demanding to take on the challenge. Johnny confidently loaded the bullet, then pointed the gun at his head and pulled the trigger without hesitation. As it turned out, the bullet in the gun didn't hit the man's head. The man instantly became a multi-millionaire. Yet, just as everyone was celebrating for him, suddenly a person emerged from the crowd, saying he wanted 5 bullets. At this point, all the people present were utterly shocked, believing that this man was courting death. According to probability, the man's chances of survival were almost minuscule. Seeing him calmly loading the bullets, the onlooking gamblers were so scared they didn't even dare to breathe. They all watched in stunned silence to see how Dashan would proceed next. After kissing the revolver, the man directly aimed it at his own forehead. Just as the man finished saying his last words, he suddenly started to have second thoughts. The watching gamblers, seeing the man trying to renege, instantly became displeased. The beautiful boss stated that if the bullets were loaded, he must shoot. Those were the rules here. Left with no choice, the man had to hand the gun to the beautiful boss. As the woman pulled the trigger, unexpectedly, the man was completely unscathed. In the end, the man won a prize of 100 million on the spot. Why would the man take such a crazy action? It turns out that just a few days prior, he had been diagnosed with cancer. Faced with the despair that was about to come, he immediately bought an insurance policy. As long as he died in an accident, his wife would receive a huge sum of money. That's why the man came here to participate in a life-or-death gamble. However, fate played a trick on him, not wanting to let him die just like that. The man, humiliated and angry, had no choice but to hire a top assassin to kill him. At first, the assassin planned to assassinate the man on the train. Unexpectedly, at the critical moment, the man saw a familiar silhouette that looked extremely similar to his wife. So he immediately rushed off the train to chase after her, but he realized that he had mistaken the person. The assassin's assassination attempt also failed as a result. Left with no alternative, the assassin plotted another accident. The assassin arranged a mishap in the elevator the man was taking, intending to have the man fall to his death accidentally. However, just as the man was about to enter the elevator, unexpectedly, he was blocked by a group of gang members. Just like that, the man narrowly escaped once again. Having failed to get himself killed twice in a row, the man instantly flew into a rage. Emotionally agitated, he immediately called the assassin, telling them to send him to his death quickly and decisively. The assassin was extremely angry about this. Driving a vehicle, he quickly crashed towards the man. Unexpectedly, a little girl suddenly appeared. The assassin's assassination attempt failed once more. At this point, the man was already thoroughly disappointed. Suddenly, the man received a call from the hospital, saying that he did not have cancer. They had taken the wrong lab report. Upon hearing this, the man froze on the spot. Then he hurriedly dialed the assassin's number, indicating that he no longer wanted to die. But the assassin was already burning with rage, determined to kill the man no matter what. In a moment of desperation, the man had no choice but to frantically flee for his life.